et bienvenue dans cette unité à votre niveau A2. Ici, nous allons apprendre peut-être maybe you have learned it in A1, but here we are going to learn another dimension of pronom complément direct et pronom complément indirect. Donc, ici, nous allons apprendre les nouvelles façons de construire quelques phrases en français. And like we all know, pronouns in French are used to replace nouns to avoid repetition of the nouns plusieurs fois dans une phrase. Now here, let's proceed. Now, basically, the elements of COD that we have in French are, we have the me, we have the me, we have the te, we have the le, we have la, nous, vous, and le. So this is the first person singular. This is the second person singular. We have the le, which replaces the masculine third person singular, and la, the feminine third person singular. We have nous, we have vous, and le for the pluriel. So ici, par exemple, I said Marie regarde la télévision. So here we have the la télévision, which is a direct object because we have the subject, the verb, and the object. But the Frenchman says, although this is correct, but there is a proper and an advanced way to say this. So because la télé is a feminine object, which is a noun, and we are to replace it with a third person feminine singular pronoun, it becomes Marie la regarde. Now, this does not limit it to objects only. It could be a person. It could be somebody. For example, I'm saying, John regarde sa fille, sa femme. Meaning, John is looking at his wife. So because sa femme is also feminine and can be replaced with la, then it becomes Jean la regarde. So the simple root to this is, once we are replacing a noun with a pronoun, the pronoun is usually placed before the verb in a sentence. It's usually placed before the verb in a sentence. Now let's look at some examples we have here. Ici, nous avons au présent. Okay, this is the general rule. Pour reprendre un nom de personne ou de chose complément du verbe. To retake a name of somebody or thing, basically a noun, in a sentence, used to replace them. So here we have il me regarde, il te regarde, il le regarde, il la regarde, il nous regarde, il vous regarde, il les regarde. So this means he's looking at me. Then the te, which is the second person singular, becomes is looking at you. Then le or la could be replaced, could replace a person or a thing. Could replace a person or a thing. For example, this le means is looking at him. But when it's replacing a thing, for example, I'm saying il regarde le miroir. Here, mirror means mirror. Mirror is not a human, it's a thing. But the fact that it is a masculine object and singular, then I have to replace this with le and then place it before the verb. So it becomes il le regarde. Il la regarde, like I explained earlier, could be used for things. Il nous regarde, he is looking at us. Il vous regarde, he is looking at you, the same rule of tu and vous. And il les regarde is when we're talking of plural. For example, I'm saying, Monsieur Ludo regarde les étudiants. Monsieur Ludo regarde les étudiants. Les étudiants here is plural. And the rule says we should replace this with le and place it before the verb. So it becomes Monsieur Ludo les regarde. So that's basically the general rule of pronoun complement direct. Pronoun complement direct. And for negation, it becomes like I say normally, nothing will separate the subject from the negation. So it becomes il ne me regarde pas. He's not looking at me. Just bring the COD and the verb in between your negation, and you can write them properly in negation. Now that is for présent. Now for passé composé, I might have said, or we might have learned in our A1 that in passé composé, only the verb être can agree in gender and number in passé composé. For example, I'm saying je suis allé because je suis masculin. It becomes elle, it becomes elle est allée. Être normally in passé composé will agree in gender and number of the subject. Now, because we did not mention avoir, now we have to learn how avoir can actually agree in gender and number of the subject, with the subject. If you look at what we have here, if you look at the rule, they said le passé composé s'accorde avec le pronom complément quand le pronom est avant le verbe. That is in passé composé. When the COD is placed before the verb, which is normally, when the COD, if you look at this now, if you look at this, the COD is placed before the verb as well, but it is not passé composé, it is présent. But in passé composé, when the COD is placed before the verb, which is before the auxiliary verb that constructs passé composé, avoir only, it accords in gender and number of the subject. For instance, we have il m'a regardé. If you look at this E here, we have another E in brackets, which states that this me here could probably be a feminine object or a person. For instance, I'm saying il regarde or il a regardé. Il a regardé la voiture. Oh, or il a vu, let me give another sentence. Il a vu la voiture. Oh, he saw the car. He saw the car. Of course, it's also a direct object pronoun, but because la voiture is now a feminine and has to be placed before the auxiliary. So if I'm going to write this for writing's sake now, this voiture must accord in gender and number. So it becomes il la vue. So it becomes il la vue because I have replaced this now with the I have replaced la voiture with this L apostrophe here, indicating that what I actually wrote here is feminine. Let's see another example. Oh, il t'a regardé, il a regardé, il nous a regardé. When it becomes nous, the same rule. When it becomes nous, we are using the nous to replace a noun that might have been said earlier. Now, the nous is placed before the auxiliary in passé composé. Then the nous, that is the verb that we are going to conjugate with, must accord with the gender and number of this nous. And nous is a first person plural. We can imagine, or we may as well imagine that the nous is representing all feminine. That's why we have this E in bracket and another S. In essence, if I'm saying il nous regarde, oh, he is looking at us. and I make it il nous a regardé, passé composé. Masculine. Masculine. So let's proceed. Oh, il les a regardés as well. Il les a regardés. It's still the same rule. Do not forget avoir. This is, we are learning avoir now, how avoir can go in gender and number with the subject, with the COD. So when the COD is placed before the auxiliary, it accords in gender and number of the COD. Please do not forget. Now, in negation, oh, il ne m'a pas regardé. He is not looking at, or he did not look at me. Il ne m'a pas regardé. This also goes with the gender and number when it is in passé composé as well. So in that essence, if this male was considered to be a feminine, then it will also have an E at the end of this regardé. It also have an E at the end of the regardé. Do not forget, s'il vous plaît. We have mentioned F, which is very straightforward. Now we have learned avoir. So I believe, okay, this is mostly used when you are writing. We might not easily detect it when you're speaking, but when you are writing, s'il vous plaît, il faut faire bien attention à ce que vous écrivez par rapport à la concordance de ton avec l'auxiliaire avoir.